Hello everyone, I'm Victoria, and today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. So we're used to seeing a whole bunch of book hauls where people talk about all the books they got, but today I'd like to do a cheap-ass version of that, alright? So here's the deal. I love a good deal. I hate spending money, but I love to read books. So I am always on the lookout for an excellent bargain. Today, I'm going to share with you the 17 books that I have gotten over the past 6 months. So these are pretty popular books by pretty popular authors. They're not the freebies that you can find on Amazon anytime. These are some excellent books that I was able to get for $2.99 and less. So these are my 17 beautiful cheapy ebooks. The first 2 books I have are A Darker Shade of Magic and A Gathering of Shadow. These are the first 2 books in the Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. I got both of these for $2.99 each, and they are currently for sale on Amazon for $9.99 a piece. Just a little background about these. I haven't read them yet. I've been waiting for the 3rd one to come out, and it just did recently, so hopefully I'll get into these. But basically we have 4 different types of Londons, some where magic is present, some where magic has overrun everything, some where magic doesn't exist at all, and we follow a main character that can travel between these different Londons. It is a very rare gift, and this is an adult fantasy. Moving on, we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first book in the Six of Crows duology. I read this book and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it a lot. This is a YA fantasy that takes place in Leigh Bardugo's Grishaverse, which is where her previous Grisha trilogy took place. We follow 6 different main characters' perspectives as they plan a heist together. I got this for $2.99 and it is now $9.99 on Amazon. Next in my ebook haul is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This is the 2nd book in an Ember in the Ashes series, and I read it. It was okay. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I liked the first one quite a bit better. There was a wonderful plot twist in the end of this, which of course I'm not going to spoil, but I thought the first part of the book was kind of filler, mostly just traveling places, taking up time and words on the page. But this is a young adult fantasy series that takes place in what's kind of like based upon the Roman Empire. I bought this for $2.99 and it is currently a $10.99 on Amazon. Then I have And I Darken by Kiersten White. This is first in a YA trilogy, which is following the upbringing of Vlad the Impaler, only it's gender flipped, so we follow the adventures of Lada instead of Vlad. I haven't read this since I am waiting for the next 2 books in the series to come out, but I'm eagerly anticipating diving into this. It's gotten a lot of great reviews and I can't wait. I paid $1.99 for this, and it is still $1.99 on Amazon, so if this is a book that you thought about reading and just weren't sure, I suggest go pick it up before that price changes. Then we have The Star Touch Queen by Roshani Chachki. This is a YA fantasy that is infused with Indian folklore and mythology. I did read this, and unfortunately I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 and rounded it down to 2 for Goodreads. Luckily, however, I only spent $2.99 on it, so that's great. It is currently $7.80 on Amazon. Next, we have Cry Wolf, which is the first book in the Alpha and Omega series by Patricia Briggs. This is an adult urban fantasy, and it is set in the same world as her other Mercy Thompson books. Essentially, we're following werewolf shapeshifters and their relationships. I absolutely adore the Mercy Thompson series, and I can't wait to start this series, especially since I picked up this first book for $2.99. And it's still $2.99 on Amazon, so if you haven't taken a look at this, I would highly suggest it. Moving on in our haul, we have Love, Lies, and Spies by Cindy Anstey. This is just a traditional Regency romance, only with YA characters, and the hero is a spy, so you have a little bit of spy subplot. Unfortunately, this wasn't great either, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, rounding down to 2. This is nothing new in the historical romance genre. If you're familiar with any sort of historical romance, you've probably read 20,000 of them better than this one. Unfortunately, I think if I had read this when I was a teenager before I had been exposed to the genre as a whole, I think I might have liked it. Some interesting different things happening. Never read a book in Regency before. Woo! Unfortunately, this kind of fell flat for me and I didn't love it. But again, that's okay because I only paid $2.99 for that instead of the $7.80 it currently is listed at on Amazon. Next up in our haul is His Majesty's Dragon, which is the first book in the Temeraire series by Naomi Novik. This takes place in Regency England, and essentially it is Regency England, Napoleonic Wars, mixed with dragons. This was a wonderful book. I gave it 4 out of 5. I absolutely adored the relationship between the dragon Temeraire and his bonded rider, Vincent. It was fabulous and wonderful. It was like having a pet and a child and everything all rolled into one. It was just amazing, and I absolutely suggest you go out and pick this up. I did get it for $1.99, but it is still only $2.99 on Amazon. Then we have The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. Essentially, children get taken away from a village and sent to the school for good and evil and never heard from again. There is, of course, one school for good, one school from evil. Our two main characters assume that each one is going to a certain school, but their assumptions are undone when they get sent to the opposite school of their choosing. I've read a little bit of this so far, and it's okay. I think it just wasn't what I wanted at the time, so I decided to put it down and come back to it at a later time. I did only spend $1.99 on it, and it is currently $4.99 on Amazon. Moving right along, we have The Savage Song, which is the first book in the Monsters of Verity duology by Victoria Schwab, who is also V.E. Schwab, who wrote the previous 2 books that I mentioned. This book takes place in a kind of, I think, post-apocalyptic world where acts of violence create these monsters. Again, I haven't read this because I was waiting for the second book to come out, and it has just come out, so hopefully I'll get to this sometime in the near future. This book was $1.99, and it is still currently $1.99, so great opportunity for you to pick this up if you've been wanting to try it out. Then we have The Lies of Locke Lamora. This is the first book in the Gentleman Bastard series. This book has been getting a ton of buzz on BookTube, and I've been seeing it everywhere. And so when I saw this pop up for $1.99, I had to have it. It is currently $4.99 on Amazon. So a little bit of savings, not too bad. Next up, we have the first 3 books in the Greatcoat series by Sébastien de Cassel. They are Traitor's Blade, Knight's Shadow, and Saint's Blood. I was able to get each of these for $1.99 a piece, which is kind of amazing. Currently, the first one is still only $2.99, which isn't bad, but the second and third book are both $12.99 each. Then we have The Wall of Storms by Ken Liu, and this is the second book in the Dandelion Dynasty series. This is a fantasy and is focused more in an Asian-inspired realm rather than your traditional Western, European, medieval setting. I actually already purchased the first book from Book Outlet. It was a scratch and dent copy, so it was like $2. So I'm very happy to have these 2 books in this series so far for not a lot of money. This was $1.99, but it is currently listed on Amazon for $9.99. And finally, my most recent pickup is American Street by Ibi Zoboi. This tells the tale of Haitian immigrants whose mother is detained, and so she kind of has to live with her family that's already here and deal with them. It is a YA contemporary, and I was able to snag it for $1.99. Unfortunately, that price didn't last for long, and it is back to being $9.99. So I did a little math because I hate myself, and overall I had 17 books, so that averages out to be $2.40 a book for what I spent. Total, I did spend some money, it's true, but if I were to pick up these books at the prices that they're listed at now on Amazon, I would have spent quite a bit more. So in total, I actually saved $84.62. So I'm super happy with that. I read quite a few of these books and enjoy them. Some I didn't as much, but again, I didn't spend a ton of money, so I can't be too sad about it. Hopefully you enjoy this. Let me know if this is something you'd like me to do again in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all the things. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day. Bye.